Listen, before the DA spoke about the spy thing, I was the first one to receive a message. And if you remember, I spoke to that point in the comment. I was the first one to receive a message that she's a spy.
Now that Busisiwe Mkhwebane has confirmed her resignation from the economic freedom fighters by posting on a Twitter account, what is left for us is to really look at the direction she'll be taking, the next destination of Busisiwe Mkhwebane. But then, I would like to use a reference that is mainly used by our black brothers, which says, once you go black, you never go back. And in this instance, once you go into politics, you never go back. I mean, she decided to go into politics from being a public protector. It is not going to be easy for her now to say that, well, I'm going to go private, I'm going to open a law firm, or I'm going to work for the United Nations, because we know that the ANC won't give her an easy chance to go and be in the United Nations, as she alluded. She can't go and open a law firm, she can't go and practice. We know that it is going to consume a lot of her time. But she did indicate that I have kids to feed, I have debts to pay. So for her, it would not be going home to rest before she goes and look for another job. There is somewhere where she's heading, and that is the big topic that we need to have. Someone said, in politics, there are no long-term enemies. I would like to use this example with a clip looking back when Busisiwe Mkhwebane was the new public protector. There was a dark cloud hanging on her head as the DA was saying that we don't trust Busisiwe Mkhwebane. And even Julius Malema, at one of the press briefings, he was speaking about the fact that there is a naming where people are referring to Busisiwe Mkhwebane as a spy, and they are really trying to overlook that and give her a chance, and it was impossible to do that. That is when Julius Malema spoke about Busisiwe Mkhwebane on this clip just before she could get in trouble with the ANC. Please watch.
Listen, before the DA spoke about the spy thing, I was the first one to receive a message. And if you remember, I spoke to that point in the comment. I was the first one to receive a message that she's a spy from reliable spooks. But because I don't believe in spook politics, I said, these ones are like that. There might be information peddlers. I was told by the spooks themselves that she's a spook. But I said, why deny an African child an opportunity? She has proved herself through an interview. Let's give her benefit of doubt. Yo. We didn't know what we're doing. Now we regret that thing. We regret it. South Africa, we regret supporting this comrade. She's going to collapse that office. That office as it is now. You know, I saw a document from EFF Parliament or Governance Task Unit saying we've referred the matter to a public protector. I was like,
So after listening to that clip, it is clear there are no long-term enemies in politics. One day you are enemies, the next day you are close friends. It's politics. It is all about the money. The money people make in politics, it is much more than most of the professions that you see. There is a lot of money to make there. It is not only about that salary. They get the salary and there are other jobs and there are other connections that they make money from. So once you go into politics, you never come out. In this narrative, then the question is, where would Mkhwebane go? She can't go to the UN. It is going to be very difficult for her to open a law firm or even go and represent people as an advocate. Now, where is the direction? I think the next picture will really tell a good story for us. David Skosana is the husband of Busisiwe Mkhwebane. If you can't beat them, you better join them. So after leaving the economic freedom fighters, we know for sure that she's not going to leave politics. She's going to look for another home where she can make it her own and enjoy life there. What is the other home beside the Umkhonto weSizwe party? Can she go to the ANC and say, I know that you removed me, but please let me stay? Absolutely not. Can she go to the DA and say that I don't like Zille, I don't like Steenhuisen, but give me a chance? Absolutely not. But can she go to the Umkhonto weSizwe party and say, this is the home I resonate with because someone I know, someone who's closer to me, is also part of this political party? That is an absolutely yes. As Busisiwe Mkhwebane is leaving the economic freedom fighters, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you must expect headlines that are saying Busisiwe Mkhwebane joins the Umkhonto weSizwe party. There is no other political party. Remember, when you speak about Busisiwe Mkhwebane, you speak about Zuma. There is no hate there. So why would she not go and join the husband and be part of that political party? It is the current political party that is making headline. It is a new one, and you know what happens with new political parties? They get all the shines. So for Busisiwe Mkhwebane to leave the EFF to say, I am now joining the MK party, it will never be a surprise because we have seen a lot of them who left the EFF to go join the MK. And I refer to a tweet that was made by Julius Malema, where he speaks about the fact that once we assemble a team after the elective conference, we are going to respond. By the way, actually not the exact word that he said, but he was alluding to that fact that we are going to be busy with our elective conference. Once we are done, we can now say attack, knowing that we are a team. So the issue is that while they are busy assembling that team, while they are busy trying to restructure, the others are attacking by taking members one by one. And I refer to that video that I made, which said that the MK party is destroying the economic freedom fighters. They are doing that because once members leave and they go join one party, you must know that there is a problem. There are bigger problems. And I believe that whoever that is not going to be selected once they go and vote during their elective conference, those people are probably also going to join in the footsteps of the legendary Floyd Shivambu, Mzwanele Manyi, and now the likely Busisiwe Mkhwebane. So the EFF needs to really be careful about what is happening. I make an example about COPE. When COPE started, there were allegations that President Mbeki, this and that. It was a strong opposition. It came there and it took a lot of support from the ANC. But COPE has never done what the MK has done. So, to refer to COPE, COPE came and the leadership started having problems. People left, right and center. And eventually, COPE was no more. They lost the elections. One thing the EFF needs to be careful of is to look at the fact that we must try and retain our people. If they keep going, we might see ourselves in the footsteps of COPE, which is something they don't want to see. For them to attack, it would be a silent attack, but they would really need to be careful about how they attack. I think the form of attack the EFF can use is just to get their leaders to be on the same side and really assure them that we can build as a team. Because if they can't do that, I assure you, more members are going to be heading to the South Coast. And once they get there, it might be a problem for the economic freedom fighters. But then we wait to see. One thing I can assure in this narrative, Busisiwe Mkhwebane will be flying to Durban to join David Skhosana in the MK party. That is an assurance. 2-3 weeks, she will be unveiled as the new member of the Umkhonto weSizwe, because once you join politics, there's never going back. Anyway, guys, please keep on supporting the channel. Like the videos, share the videos, subscribe to the channel, join the membership at just R5.99 per month. Just click on that join button and just subscribe to the membership. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the channel, and until next time, cheers.